Hi everyone, Triple Aqua here from the West, from Key West it is. I'm Mermaid Christiane. Thank you for joining me today on my YouTube channel. So today I want to talk to you about what is meant for you, no one can take it away. And it's a saying in Spanish also, and that's really where I learned that. My stepmother used to always say it in Spanish, and she used to say, lo que está para ti, nadie te lo quita. And things happen to us all the time in our life where we are worried about things. It could be a job, it could be maybe some future financing, it could be maybe a place that we're looking to get, or a property, or a dream, or a position, or just even something as simple as losing something and it coming back to you. So, and the reason I wanted to talk to everyone about this subject is because a couple of days ago I lost a piece of jewelry that was really important to me. I don't really buy a lot of things for myself, so when things are given to me, I'm very sentimental about it. And yes, I was upset because if you know me, you know that I don't lose things, I misplace them. And one of the reasons I don't really lose things is because I don't give up on it, and I know that if I let go and I let God, that it'll come back to me if it's meant for me. So I was upset about it, and I prayed about it, and I kind of went to bed a little early, a little mopey, you know, but I did say, okay, God, I know you'll bring it back to me. I know I'll find it, because that's my thing. When I misplace something, I should say, not lose something, I always say it'll turn up. Or people will say, oh, I lost this. I'll say, don't worry about it. It's going to turn up. It'll turn up. And that way I help them get into a positive frame of mind. For myself, it works when I'm in the positive frame of mind, and it always does turn up. So I went to bed the next day. I had gotten up in the morning. The first thing I thought about when I woke up was, oh my gosh, I lost my, piece of jewelry that I really like. And it was a gift, a little crazy about that in the morning, but not too much. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna find it. Let me just come up with a plan. So I started this ship job. So I had made deliveries that day that I lost it. And so I figured it fell off in one of the bags when I was delivering. And I didn't know what day, what time of the day, because I had done 5 deliveries that day. Or no, I had done 4 deliveries that day. So I made these little notes with my business card explaining how I lost this piece of jewelry and what it looked like, and if anyone found it, they can please call me. And I already had plans to go to Lost and Found, at Publix, at both Publixes, at the Winn-Dixie, at the CVS. So I was trying to just retrace all of my steps. And when I got to the second house and I was just about to tape the note on the door opened up, and this young man came out with a big smile on his face, and he had it in his hand. And I said, oh, thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me. He said, no, I do. And I believe that he did, because things that we care about have energy, and we get attached to things or places or ideas, and we give it our energy. And so I thanked him and went on about my way, but it was really quick, the return. And I was just talking to a friend now, just a little bit ago. We were talking about that, and I'll go to that a little bit further now. But the idea is that when you let it go and you don't, even though yes, we're human, we want to worry about it, we want that security that we have that object, or we have that job, or we know the answer, we're not always supposed to know it in our time. It's always in God's time, Source's time. But when we do let that worry go, and we do give that faith to God, a lot of times it happens quick, fast. I mean, for crying out loud, it was the very next day. I could have lost that thing anywhere. The very next house I went to go put that note on, boom, it was right there. So like literally I was able to start my day on a really, really good note. It put a pep back into my step because I was able to be reunited with the item that I misplaced. So that was a really cool story. And now back to the energy part. You know, I had a photo shoot back in September, and we were getting ready to have an event. I was co-hosting it with friends. It was Surfers and Sirens. It was actually their event, and I was just bringing mermaids and helping out. And you know, we do a lot of things as a team. My friends that own the Breakfast Club, Susan and Rob, her husband, and we had finished the photo shoot, and something happened, and I went to go back in. I was worried about getting paint on me. It wasn't a happy camper, and I went back in, and when I came out, I saw this something shiny on the floor. And so I went, bent over and picked it up. But what you don't know, unless you were at the photo shoot, it was one big glitter bomb. Yes, it was eco-friendly glitter, but we had glitter everywhere, all over that place. We were throwing it up. You know, the photographers wanted to blow, and it was all over from the entrance of the restaurant all the way back to the bathroom. So I found this engagement ring in the midst of all of this glitter, and mind you, we had cleaned up for like over an hour or two, and there was still, I think there's still glitter in that restaurant today, in like certain little nooks and crannies. Sorry, Susan, if you're watching. Yeah, so the fact that I was able to spot this diamond ring and all this glitter was because energetically I was being pulled to this thing. So I picked it up, and I remember holding it and thinking, wow, this is really important to somebody. And I'm sure you're saying, oh yeah, of course it's a diamond ring. What diamond ring isn't important to somebody? But it was different. The energy that I picked up off the ring was like, it was really important to someone. So I went outside, and there was a few of us out there, and I started telling them how I found it and how it felt and blah, blah, blah. And so finally the next day I was able to return it back to its owner. And it was one of our mermaids, and she said, oh my God, Chrissy, thank you so much. You have no idea. I didn't even know I missed it, but this ring means a lot to me. And I said, I know. Same thing the young man said. And I don't know if she got it at the time, but she looked at me, she says, this ring was my grandmother's. So know that when something is important to you, and it can be an object, like I said, it can be a job, it can be, you know, maybe financing you want in the future, or a home, or lots of things, just a dream, an ambition. Those things that you put your energy towards, that they will come back to you. You know, in her case, she hadn't even realized that it was missing. She had no idea it was even gone. So imagine had she put that energy onto it and thought, oh, I need it, oh my God, please, if I can please have it back, universe, higher power, you know, whatever you believe in, as long as it comes from a divine place in your heart. Like I've told you before, I believe in the Trinity. So to me, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But to each his own, no judgment. This is a no judgment zone here on this channel. So, but imagine if she had put more energy into it, like she probably would have gotten it faster. But at the same time, if she had, I think because she didn't know, and it was kind of like that ignorance is bliss thing, it came back to her quicker, because the universe was working for her. God was working for her behind the scenes. You know, and then I was just there, so I was just like a vessel to pick it up, to connect it to her. And so this morning I finished a letter for another mermaid who is looking for some, she's trying to get something going, a business going, and she needs a letter of recommendation. So I sent her the letter, and then went back and forth texting, and you know, she was really concerned. She's worried, and she wants to make sure that everything's gonna happen, and she's very nervous. And I said to her, stop, don't be nervous. Look at this like it's already yours. Like you've already got what you need. The business is well on its way. Picture yourself that you already have it. And I've done that so much in my life. Like sometimes, like, you know, people always say to me, oh, but you need to do this first and that first. And I talk about that in one of my other videos, how having a poor plan executed is better than having this perfect plan that's never executed. Well, I live my life like that. Like I go after things, and to me, they're mine. It's already mine. I own it. No one can take it from me. I start picturing myself there. I start, you know, and so you manifest these things. And because you've put that energy towards it and you have already put yourself there, it's yours because you claimed it. You're basically claiming something out there energetically. So I knew that I was gonna get my charm back, and I knew, and like I told her, know that you're gonna have that. Know that that job's yours. That business is well on its way. And I've done that before where I've advertised things, but yet my stuff hasn't always been aligned. But because I already know that I'm going to get there, sometimes you don't always get there the exact same way that you want to get there, because sometimes God will take you and the path is actually better than what you expected. But part of the whole journey is to have faith. And that's basically what this whole video is about. Having faith that that certain thing, that certain job, that certain whatever you're putting your energy to, as long as it's coming from a good place, it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you quickly when you have the faith. And if it doesn't come back to you quickly, because it's not in our time, it's in God's time. So then just a little bit ago, a friend came in, and that friend, something was happening with them in their life, and it was a situation that was really out of their control. But because they had prayed about it and let it go and let God, it was amazing how things just started happening. It was a phone call and then another phone call, and then the problem was resolved. And although the future is uncertain, because that person put faith into what was happening, and although it could have been a very uncomfortable situation, because no one likes to hear, hey, I got good news and, I've got bad news, or what do you want to hear first? Or, but when you worry and you fixate on the negative aspect of losing a piece of jewelry that's really important to you, or worrying if you're going to get that house that you want, or worried that you're not going to get the finance for it, or worried that someone else is going to get that job before you, or worried that when you go to put that date on the calendar, it's not going to be available for your work party, or whatever the case is. Know that you're setting the intention for that. You're setting yourself up for failure because you're already putting in those negative energies to play. Don't do that anymore. From now on, go into it like it's yours. You misplace it, it's gonna come back to you. You found it. Just put yourself in the positive mindset. I mean, there's so many different scenarios and so many different takes on this, that every situation is unique to you. But if you are wanting something and wanting something to happen, or wanting something to come into fruition, even if it's something like happen obviously like a lightning bolt, like I'm losing my piece of jewelry, like that was unexpected. I didn't obviously plan on it, so it was something that happened completely out of left field. Now, had I let it really affect me, it could have just like completely ruined my night. Then I would have been on the pity party train the next day going nowhere, and then I'd given up hope and be like, it's lost, I'll never find it. Well, of course I'll never find it, because I've already declared it. I declared that I wasn't going to find it. Just like my friend, she needs to declare that what she wants, it's already hers. And so having that faith of letting go and letting God is the best thing that we can do, because like I said at the beginning, lo que está para ti and nadie te lo quita. What is meant for you, nobody can take it away. So I hope that resonated. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to those who are following my channel. And so this is another story. So I miss going to my little Mystic Key metaphorical shop, but you can go online. You can find her online, but she was just here on Symington Street, and I used to go to her all the time and go to see, what she had in her store. And now with this, we can't be outside of our homes unless for essential items and so on and so forth. But because I wasn't gonna take it, lying down, last weekend I called her because I actually have her cell number. Actually, I text her and I'm like, hey, do you have any of your stuff still? You know, did you sell it all? She's like, well, I have my online store. I'm like, great, but what do you have now? Like, can I drive up to your house and pick something up if I pay for it? And because, you know, if you know me, I'm the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. So that's where I was last weekend. I think it was last Saturday. We kept our social distancing. I was in the car, but she told me that she had this oracle deck and this deck of tarot cards. So I was like, I'll take this and I'll take this. So I manifested, and I was positive, and I wasn't, yes, I could have ordered from Amazon, but I like to shop local and support local businesses. So it's Mystic Key Metaphorical Shop. So, and if it's wrong, you can just Google Key West and then that, and it'll pop up. But I picked up the Universe Has Your Back. And isn't that exactly what I'm talking about? So it's perfect that I'm using this new deck, because the universe does have your back. But you need to also do the work and be positive, because what having someone's back is supporting someone that already has a vision, a mission, you know, character, integrity. And when you say to yourself, I'm gonna find it, I just misplaced it, it's gonna turn up, the universe says, you know what, it is gonna turn up. You are going to find it. Or you say to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to worry. Everything's going to fall into place with that house that I want, with that job that I want, that financing, or. The universe says, yeah, you know what? You have faith. I've got your back. You got it. I've got your back. So really cool. I'm going to shuffle here. In my meditation, I prayed over the cards. And so we'll see what God, source, spirit, angels, archangels, saints, whoever you pray to, believe in, as long as it's divinely good, then I say it's all good. It's a little dark in here. I don't have my ring light on. It's a little far away from the plug. So I hope this video is not too dark, since I'm not in my usual spot that has like a lot more natural lighting. I hope it's okay. These cards are really pretty. I forget who, Gabriella Bernstein, she has the New York bestseller, The Universe Has Your Back. It's an actual book. So if you want to read, I have never read the book, but I'm interested in it. And the illustrator is Michaela Ezra. Ooh, that one just flew out. Ooh, actually we got two. They just flew out. All right, so this is really cool. So I honor how I want to feel. And isn't that what we're talking about now? Like, you want to feel positive. You want to know that your lost item is going to come back to you. That job, even though maybe you're like 4 tiers down from that job, so what? It's like, dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have, you know. So honor, you know, I honor how I want to feel. So you want to feel positive. You want to feel that it's not a problem, that you have it, that you're going to get it. So if you honor it, then the universe will have your back and will honor your wishes, will honor your dreams and your desires. What a perfect card to get for this message. So the second one is, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. And isn't that so, I mean, look at that. There's a lot of different artwork in these decks. Just like, for instance, I mean, look at that. That's an eyeball. And that's like a sun. And look at these. They're both watercolor. So they even complement each other. How beautiful is that? And, you know, like I said, there's so many different, I mean, there's butterflies, there's all kinds of stuff, dragonflies, and these two are just like watermarks. And they just totally complement each other. So in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Yes, put your mind right. Think positively. Don't be defeated. Don't get discouraged. Let go and let God and say, you know what, I might not like my current situation, but I know you have the best intentions for me. This is what I want. this is what my desires, my dreams are, but I'm going to give it to you, God, because you know what's best for me. And I trust that you are going to put me right where I need to be, because what's meant for me, no one can take it away. Thank you, everybody. I really hope that this resonated. Like I said these messages are timeless. So whenever you hear them, you're supposed to hear them. And I leave you with what I always leave you. Always keep swimming towards your dreams. Bye.